Okay, so the first question, it says, to model children's cavity and their age, a researcher in England conducted a study in 25 children. In parts A through D, use the summary statistic below this table to find the equation of the least square regression line for predicting the cavity from age. Okay, so I'm going to clean this board. So the most important part is the last part. When it says predicts cavity from age, we can find explanatory variable and response variable from this sentence, right? So what is explanatory variable? Age. What is response variable? Cavity. Correct. So X bar is 4.8, correct? S of X is 15, 16, right? Y bar is 1892. S of Y is 1158, correct? Correlation is 0.758, correct? So first we want to find the slope. The slope is B equal to R multiply S of Y divided by, so this is the slope, R multiply SY divided by SX equal to 0.758 multiplies to S of Y is 0.1158 divided by 0.1516. Am I right? Correct? So what is slope you found? 0.579. Correct?
Yes.
All of you? Okay. Then we can find intercept. A is equal to Y bar minus B X bar. And we can write down 0.8092 for Y bar minus B is positive. Correct? Multiplies to 4.8. So be careful, if the B slope was negative, negative multiplying negative, you should have a positive here, correct? So what positive slope says? Means what increases? If age increases, cavity also will increase, correct? So if a slope is positive, correlation is also positive, correct? So we have this. Intercept is equal to
1.97
negative 1.97. Correct? Okay. So now we want to find the equation for least square regression line. Y hat is equal to bx plus a, right? And we replace slope and then this will affect on the positive. So we have y hat equals 0.579x minus 1.97. Correct? All of you?
Yes.
So this is the equation for least square regression line. Correct? And then what was the next question? R square, coefficient of determination. R square is 0.758 power 2 equal to 0.57
5, 7, 4, 5, 6,
4, 5. So we should convert this to percentage, correct? So we have 57.45% variation of response variable is cavity. On the other variable, which is age, explained by least square regression line. Correct? So this is R squared, coefficient of determination. Any question? Yes.
what do we need by the correlation of coefficient for? What?
So in a statistic, R square is really important. So like residual or some other concept, we have to, talk about them briefly. But you're not going to, use that more than this in this class. It's just, the concept and the way you explain it. And R square is helping us to explain how least square regression line can explain the relationship for us. Either it's like a strong kind of least square regression line, or it's not explaining that much. Okay. Another question. So the next question says, a researcher calculates a least square regression line to predict the number of cavity in children from their age. So still X and Y are the same, right? We are predicting number of cavities from age. So X predicts Y, or Y is predicted by X. So response variable and explanatory variable stays the same in this study. Correct? But now we are going to answer some other question. So here our least square regression line was this one. Actually, it's the exact same as the least square regression line we have there, right? Okay. It says, now, if we have a child who is 6 years old, so now we know X is 6 years, right? For this child, the observed cavity or observed Y is equal to 2. Correct? Do you have any question? Is this clear here? So it says, what is the predicted number of cavity for this child? Means we need Y hat, which is predicted cavity. To find this, we should use least square regression line. Correct? So what we write down for X? 6. So Y hat is equal to 1.97 plus 0.579 multiplies to 6. y hat is equal to 1.97 plus this one. Oh, okay. You have a negative intercept, right? So what is this part? 3.474, and then subtract. We will have y hat equal to 1.504. This is the predicted cavity for a child age 6. Correct? One cavity and half of cavity. So by that age, they will have 1.5 cavity using this least square regression line. Then it says, do you have any question? Then it says, what is the residual for this child? Residual was E, error, correct? Equal to y hat minus observed y, correct? Is this correct? No? Y minus y hat or y hat minus y? Observed y minus predicted y, correct?
Yeah.
Observed y minus predicted y. So what I wrote down there? Observed y minus predicted y. Correct?
Yeah.
Observed y minus predicted y equal to. So what is observed y? 2 minus 1.5 here, and we have 0.5 as a residual. Correct? So when we were talking about residual, I said if we have a positive residual, the location for this point on a scatter plot will be above the least square regression line, correct? So if the residual is negative, the location will be below the line, right? So if residual is 0, on the line, correct? Because there is not any difference between predicted y and observed y. And the residual is 0, and all the predicted y's are always on the least square regression line. That's why any residual for points on the line will be 0. Okay, so this is residual or error. Then we have, what is the slope? What is the slope? So in this kind of question, you don't need to calculate the slope, right? You can find the slope from this line, 0.579. Coefficient of x will be slope, correct? So you don't have to calculate that. So this is the slope. Slope is positive, correct? So we say for 1 unit increase in x, which is age, exactly. In age, the predicted number of cavities, what, increase or decrease?
Increase.
Because slope is
Positive.
positive. So it will increase
0.57.
exactly b units. Exactly. Correct? So this one, because the slope is positive, and this one is the slope units. Correct? Oh. Do you have any question? So these two first questions were from chapter 4 and 5. You will have similar question on the exam. Okay? So, now this question is from chapter 8. Random numbers. So this, it says, from the following label listing of these fruits, and I gave you the line, correct? It says choose 4 individuals to be in the sample. Okay, so the labels are 2 digits, correct? The labels are 2 digits because the total number of individuals in this population were 12, and 12 is 2 digits, correct? If the total number of individuals were like 100 something, our labels would have 3 digits, correct? So, we read this line 2 digits by 2 digits. So, the first number we read is 21, correct? And 21 is not between those labels. The next number is 06, and we see this is cherry. So we choose this. The next number is 54, 49, and then 02, pineapple. 2 more, right? We should continue. We have 37, 79, 31. Do we have 13? No. 84, 20, 02. But we already have it, correct? No repetitive number. After 02, we have 10. We choose this. And then after that, we have 74, 98, 06. We already chose. 91, 21, 20, 09. Great. So these are the 4 individuals in the sample. So we have S of 4. Size of sample is 4. Correct? Do you have any question? So you will see this similar question also in the exam. So the other question says every month census. How you read that? Census. Bureau. Okay. Mail surveys form to 250,000 households, asking questions about people living in these households, and about such a thing as what kind of vehicle they have, cost of living, and if they don't return back the questionnaire, they are going to call them. And then at the end, in 1 month, responses were obtained from 24,000 of these households contacted. What is the population?
250,000 households.
All the households. All people living in households.
Do you remember I said no number?
All people who live in households.
All people living in this household. Correct? First of all, we find the individuals, and the individuals are the households, right? And then we say entire group of individuals, or we say all the individuals, right? We can say all these households, right? So this will be the population, all the households. So now, what is the sample? 24,000. All the information that we have now. And it will be 24,000 households. Correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question?
No.
Yeah.
So, we are done. Next time, I will solve more questions. These chapters are much easier, right? So next time I will solve more questions. From chapter 4 and 5, some similar question again. And then I will bring some questions from chapter 9, which has treatments in subjects. Do you remember? So I will bring those kind of questions. And then now, if anyone has extra question, you can come here after class. And everyone else, if you don't have any question, you can leave. And then we'll see you on Wednesday.